All right, let's get right into it. Just for a second, think about everything you've got running on your computer. You probably have a YouTube video playing, maybe your email is open, and you might even have a game running in the background. All of these things are connected to the internet, all at the same time. So how in the world does your computer keep all of that straight?
It's a pretty interesting puzzle, right? You've got this one single internet connection coming into your device, but all these different apps are sending and receiving data without, getting their wires crossed. How does the data for that YouTube video know to go to your browser and not your email? Well, that's exactly the question we're going to answer.
To really wrap our heads around this, we're going to start with a super simple analogy, something we all get, mailing a package. And trust me, by the time we're done here, it is all going to make perfect sense.
So just imagine for a moment that your friend from, say, another country is sending you a gift. They've got it all boxed up, they drop it at the post office, and its big journey to you officially begins.
Okay, so the first job of that address is really broad, right? It just needs to get the package into the right country and then to the right city. Without that big picture info, the parcel is basically lost from the start.
Now, once it arrives in the right city, the address gets a lot more specific. It has to guide the delivery person to your exact street and then to your specific apartment building. See, we're getting warmer.
But we're not quite there yet. I mean, that building could have hundreds of people living in it. So the final, absolutely critical piece of the address is your name and your apartment number. That's what makes sure the package ends up in your hands and not your neighbor's down the hall. This last little detail is arguably the most important step of the whole trip.
So what on earth does a postal service have to do with your computer? Well, pretty much everything. Your network runs on a surprisingly similar three-part delivery system. Let's lay it out.
And this is where it all clicks. In our little story, reaching the right city, that's like an IP address. It gets the data to your general network. Finding the right apartment building, that's the MAC address, which pinpoints your specific device, your phone, your laptop, on that network. And that final step, delivering it to the right person, that is the port number. It's what guides the data to the correct application, whether it's your web browser or your online game.
So let's zoom in on that final crucial step. The IP and MAC addresses get the data to the right machine, for sure, but it's the port number that does the really precise work of getting it to the right piece of software.
Okay, so here's the more official definition. You can think of a port number as a numbered doorway on your computer. Every single application that needs the internet gets its own unique door to send and receive data. It's the specific endpoint just for that one process.
This quote just hits the nail on the head. Just like an apartment number gets a letter to you inside a giant building, a port number gets a data packet to your Chrome browser, and it knows not to send it to the dozens of other things running on your computer.
So how many of these doorways or ports are we talking about? A lot. And I mean a lot. Each device has a staggering 65,535 of them available, numbered from 0 all the way up. It's this huge number of ports that lets us do all the crazy multitasking we do every single day. All right, time to put it all together. Let's use a real-world example we all know and love, watching a YouTube video. This is going to show the whole system working in perfect harmony. So here's how it goes down. First, you click on a YouTube video. Your computer immediately assigns a random, high-numbered port like 64323 just for this one request. Think of it like a temporary return address. Next, that request travels across the internet to YouTube's main IP address. Then YouTube's server gets the request and starts sending the video data back. It addresses it to your network's IP address and your computer's specific MAC address. And now for the magic. When that data arrives, your computer sees it's destined for port 64323 and boom, it routes it directly to your web browser and not, say, to that Zoom call you've got running in another window.
So to really bring it all home, let's just recap the 3 essential keys to digital addressing that make our entire online world possible.
Okay, one last time, let's connect it all back to our analogy. The IP address, that's the city. It gets the data to your network. The MAC address, that's the apartment building. It finds your specific device. And the port number, that's you, the person inside the apartment. It makes sure the data gets to the exact application it was meant for.
And that right there is why this is so important. This elegant, 3-part system is the invisible engine that lets you stream a movie, browse websites, chat with friends, and join a video call all at the same time, all on one connection. It's the hidden foundation of pretty much everything we do online.
So the next time you're juggling a dozen different tabs and apps, just take a second to remember that high-speed, invisible postal service happening inside your machine, using thousands of these little digital doorways. And that kind of leaves us with one last fun question to think about. With over 65,000 ports on your machine, what are they all doing right now?